July 2025, green cards, TPS, citizenship, everything is shifting. A new bill that could deport you for a single DUI. A DOJ memo targeting naturalized citizens. TPS protections getting canceled. And $150 billion in funding for mass deportations. This isn't politics as usual, it's a full-scale shift in immigration enforcement. Here's what you need to know. H.R. 875, one DUI and you're out. The House just passed H.R. 875, a bill that redefines how immigration treats DUI offenses. And it's aggressive. Under this bill, any DUI offense, whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony, could make someone both inadmissible and deportable. That includes people who were never convicted or who only admitted to driving under the influence. Even old or expunged cases are covered. What makes this bill especially broad is that it allows state and local jurisdictions to define what DUI means. So if your state has looser or broader DUI classifications, those definitions still count under federal immigration law. This would impact a huge range of people: green card holders, visa applicants, even people applying for naturalization. It also applies to drug-related DUIs, not just alcohol. The bill passed the House with a vote of 246 to 160. It's now headed to the Senate, and if it passes, President Trump is expected to sign it immediately. That could turn an old, minor mistake into a deportation order. Yes, you can lose your U.S. citizenship. This next part is just as alarming. Even U.S. citizens aren't safe under the latest enforcement priorities. On June 11th, the Department of Justice's Civil Division issued a memo making denaturalization one of its top 5 enforcement goals. That means the federal government is actively seeking to strip people of citizenship they've already earned. This isn't criminal court, it's civil court, which means you don't get a public defender. The government doesn't have to meet a high standard of proof. It's faster and easier for them to win. The DOJ is now prioritizing cases where people may have committed crimes before naturalization but didn't disclose them, gained citizenship through false information or misrepresentation, been tied to fraud, human trafficking, or national security threats, committed felonies that were missed during the naturalization process. Even if the crime happened decades ago or was never prosecuted, the DOJ can still go after your citizenship if it wasn't disclosed properly. One real case they highlighted involved a Mexican national who became a U.S. citizen years ago. He had a serious prior offense that wasn't disclosed. The DOJ successfully revoked his citizenship and then tried to deport him. His case is now in the Sixth Circuit Court and could head to the Supreme Court. TPS for Haiti ends September 2nd. After nearly 15 years, temporary protected status, TPS, for Haitian nationals is coming to an end. The Department of Homeland Security has confirmed that TPS and all related benefits will officially expire on September 2nd, 2025. That includes the expiration of work permits. Over 500,000 Haitians in the U.S. will be affected. The Biden and Trump administrations had both extended TPS before, but this administration is now making it clear it's over. Haitians with TPS are being advised to either leave the U.S. voluntarily or seek an alternate path to legal status, such as adjustment of status through marriage or asylum. If you're affected, now is the time to review your entry records. Did you enter with inspection? Were you paroled? Have you already applied for something else? These small details could determine whether you can stay. The big, beautiful bill. Deportation on a $150 billion budget. While all of this is unfolding, another huge move is happening in Congress. It's being called Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, a massive spending and policy package that's racing through the Senate. Here's what's in it. $150 billion allocated for immigration enforcement. Huge hiring pushes for IC agents, immigration judges, and DOJ lawyers. A large-scale funding for detention, deportation, surveillance, and court expansion. A $1,000 application fee for asylum. A $900 fee to appeal removal orders in immigration court. Fast-track deportation policies buried into the budget. The bill is advancing under the reconciliation process, which means it only needs 51 Senate votes to pass. And if there's a tie, Vice President J.D. Vance will break it. It could pass as early as July 4th. This bill doesn't just reshape immigration, it militarizes it. USCIS delays, fast-track deportations, and no clear rules. The situation inside USCIS is also shifting and fast. Thousands of asylum cases are reportedly being dismissed. Some are being pushed into fast-track deportation programs. Others are being held in limbo, with no decisions in sight. At the same time, green card applications are being handled inconsistently. Some I-130 petitions are being approved in just 3 to 4 months. Others are stuck for 18 months or more, with no updates or communication. Adjustment of status interviews are getting stricter. Requests for evidence are more frequent, and even simple cases, like spousal petitions, are facing unexplained delays. Nothing is guaranteed right now. Green card holders with DUIs, your status may be at risk. If H.R. 875 becomes law, even a single DUI could block your naturalization or trigger deportation proceedings. It doesn't matter if you paid your fines, you completed your sentence, the case is sealed or expunged. It happened 10 or 20 years ago. Under the new language, immigration authorities could deny re-entry to green card holders, reject green card applications, or revoke previously approved waivers. If you're already in consular processing with a DUI on your record, your case could get blocked mid-process. If you're already a citizen, any undisclosed DUI from before your oath could be grounds for denaturalization.
What you should do right now.
If any of this applies to you, don't panic, but do act. If you're a green card holder with any criminal history, consult a trusted immigration attorney before applying for naturalization or traveling abroad. If you're under TPS, especially from Haiti, now is the time to explore other legal pathways like marriage-based green cards, asylum, or parole-based work permits. If you're waiting on a USCIS decision, check your case weekly. Be proactive. Don't let delays stretch into years. If you're already in removal proceedings, understand that the environment is shifting. More people are being fast-tracked. The old timelines may no longer apply. And finally, if you've ever applied for immigration benefits and didn't fully disclose your past, even something you thought was minor, get legal advice before submitting another form. Denaturalization is now on the table. Despite it all, some good news is still coming in. Not everything is negative. A family just received asylum approval after 9 years. One DACA applicant had their renewal approved in under 30 days. Several marriage-based green cards were approved in record time. Some VAWA applicants were able to travel and re-enter the U.S. on advanced parole with no issues. The system is unpredictable, but some people are still finding success. Final thoughts. This moment feels like a turning point, and that's because it is. With H.R. 875 targeting old mistakes, denaturalization becoming easier, TPS protections ending, and $150 billion set aside for enforcement, the stakes have never been higher. This isn't the time to assume everything will work itself out. It's time to double-check your case, review your status, understand your options, and most importantly, prepare. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for future updates. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.